I mean, I don't know what the breakdown of people who watched this speech was in terms of Republican versus Democratic. Um, we don't
This is
know.
the future of the Democratic Party right here.
We don't know the ratings yet on this, and we know that something like 2/3 of the people felt that the speech was good and favorable for Donald Trump. Not terribly surprising. Like I say, people don't listen to people don't dig deep into the difference between the actual policies and the reality on the ground, and we don't know the makeup of the people listening to the Trump speech. I would imagine that there's a significant number of Trump supporters who are able to sit through an hour-long speech and don't have it as their job to do. But the Democrats had, and it's unclear why they decided this was the route to go, but the Democrats chose Steve Beshear, a former governor of Kentucky, out of politics now, well known for establishing a very successful Obamacare exchange that Kentuckians probably weren't fully aware was Obamacare. It was called Kentucky Connect. And they decided to take this 70-odd-year-old man, and, I'm in favor of 70-year-old white men. I mean,
you will be one,
supportive.
hopefully, one day.
Well, hopefully one day I will be. And I supported one in the Democratic primary.
If you ever call me white again, I will fucking strip the bark off of you.
But they placed him in a diner, which apparently was not serving any food. And
I think that's an AA meeting, to be honest.
It looks like an AA meeting. Everybody's there with like completely cleared tables, although they left the ketchup and which in my restaurant experience, they take those things off the tables because you're washing them and you're going to stack the chairs so you can wash the floors. So who knows how they decided to set this up. But everybody's just sort of sitting there like wax figurines, watching this guy who just happens to be talking to the camera. Now, maybe this is why they got a former governor as opposed to a sitting one, because no one wanted to be put in this position. And I guess the idea is this is a guy who will probably appeal to the Trump voters who are watching, was the theory, I guess. But again, a missed opportunity to present any type of Democratic vision. In fact, he said he's a very proud Republican in the beginning, which I think was a mistake, but I don't know.
I'm a proud Democrat, but first and foremost, I'm a proud Republican and Democrat and mostly American. And like many of you, I am worried about the future of this nation.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
was it George Bush Sr. that said, "I'm not good at the vision thing"? Is that where that quote comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Democrats.
Well, I think this was a miscalculation. And again, the miscalculation was we're going to put up a guy who Trump would be if he wasn't a little bit off in the head, if he knew what he was talking about, and was a little bit more soft-spoken. And it turned out that Trump was reading a speech and was a little more soft-spoken. So this just turned out to be just a slightly older, calmer version of...
And what Beshear's referencing there is, I think one of his friends, Thomas Jefferson, when he gave his inaugural address, said that we are all Federalists, we are all Republicans.
I'm going to come out there and I'm going to whack them with the old obscure Jefferson reference that only young fellas who listen to books on tape at high speeds will understand.
Meanwhile, nobody behind him seemed to have any type of reaction. Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.